Good morning, everyone.
Claire and Lisa from Mother's Awakening.
Today we are doing video 5 in a little series that we decided to create this week, the last couple of days, to support mothers creating sanity through the silly season. There are a lot of mothers who are highly stressed right now, feeling overwhelmed, frazzled, feeling the gap, the discrepancy between how they hope the holiday season will look and kind of how it's looking. Anyway, today's topic, we are talking about managing anxiety, the fear of judgment and criticism. When you're going to events where you're mingling with people and family often, to be honest, that parent in using really different ways to you. And you're sort of...
you're feeling a lot of judgment from, and you're like kind of on guard around.
Yeah. So this is a really common one if you are parenting outside of the mainstream. Sometimes even if you're parenting inside the mainstream. Sometimes everyone...
Parents receive a lot of judgment.
Everyone likes to tell you how to parent. And it can be a really stressful time of the year. So we want to give you some ideas for how to manage that so it's not such a dreaded experience and you can find some peace and calm in the situation and hopefully joy. I would go for joy if you can.
And a sense of like empowerment and like it's okay. I've got this. I know my worth. I know the beauty of my family, and we're doing fine.
We got it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so that's what we're going to talk about in just 1 second. Just getting started today, we are running a little competition that goes with these lives. You can do it whether you're on replay or whether you're live with us. All you need to do is comment on the live, something about the content that we share today, a reflection, a comment, something that you appreciated, and you will go into the draw to win a pack of our Magical Mama's Manifesting System, which has a heap of amazing, awesome stuff in it. And you can see that in the description for the video.
You win the e-version.
Yeah, the digital pack. So it just comes straight to you. And we're going to be drawing that tomorrow night? Tomorrow day?
When we finish the
series. The next day or so, because we're plowing through this today. Okay, so let's get started and talk about what we're going to talk about today. Managing this anxiety and stress. How are you doing it? So when we work with our private clients, we teach them to become aware of and learn to be in relationship with different parts of themselves, different aspects of themselves that are kind of floating around within. And anyone can do it. You can do it. You just need to have an awareness of what's going on within you. What are the voices that you're actually hearing? What's the self-talk that's going on? What are the fears, the doubts, the judgments, the things that you're worried about? So when you're coming up to an event that feels like it's going to be a bit of a stressful gathering for you, take some time out the day before or the morning of, or, close to it, but not right on top of it, to get quiet and go within and be real. Often we push it away. We don't want to hear what we're worried about. Take the moment to go within and actually hear what is going on within you that you're worried about. Clearly articulate it. In fact, I'd go so far to say journal it. Just find a scrappy bit of paper, write whatever comes without any censorship or judgment. Just write. And hear the parts that are worried. What are the fears? Now it's one thing to say, oh yeah, I'm worried, kind of, I know what I'm worried about, but I don't. But when you actually sit and let the voice be heard, you'll hear really clearly what it's worried about. Mm-hmm. This is actually an important piece because you need to validate yourself. This is the parts work that we do with mothers is often around supporting them to reparent themselves. And this is no different. You need to validate yourself. I hear you. I hear what you're worried about. I get it. Okay, so that's step 1. Let them feel heard and supported by you. I get why that's stressful. I do. It makes sense to me.
And it's okay if you hear within, like your journaling, if you hear like vastly different worries or things that seem like they contradict each other.
It's normal. It's really normal to have conflicting stuff going on within. It's perfectly healthy psyche. Don't feel worried about that.
So it's about welcoming and holding all of it.
Allow everything out. Okay, then the next thing to do is take those voices that you're hearing that, and it may feel to you like one voice or it may feel like several. It does not matter, okay, how you hear it or how it comes out for you. But take that voice that you're hearing and ask, how are you trying to serve me? This is a really powerful question, not only for your conscious awareness to have, but also for that voice itself to stop and consider, how am I trying to serve? I guarantee you it's trying to serve you. It's trying to keep you safe, or it's trying to keep your children safe, or it's trying to make sure you feel supported, or it's doing something that is of service. And so let it really explore, how is it serving you? And there may well be a couple ways, and hopefully there will be one way that kind of extends past this particular gathering and its worries about this. It will be kind of far reaching. You know, a lot of mothers have a protector part. We often call it the mama bear. And the mama bear wants to protect you and your children usually. Okay, that's a really common part to have, and she is likely to be up and worried, and she can be stressed out about that and kind of in fear. Good morning, Lisa. Or she can be in kind of fierceness, like she's going to go fierce and crazy on you. It could go either way. Like Mama Bear will express herself. So just hear what's there. That was just an example. You might not have Mama Bear. It might be some of the part.
And when it comes to something like a family gathering, like it would probably be quite common to have a part that is really protective, like Mama Bear, and then also to have a part that really wants to accommodate and to please, like a people pleaser, or wants to
fit in, be accepted. They'll probably be your own inner child. Okay, because if you're dealing with your family of origin and your parents, your inner child stuff will come up too. I want to be loved. I want to be approved of. I want to be accepted. That will be there too. Okay, so be willing to hear it, and be willing to hear and explore how these parts serve you, what it is that they are really trying to accomplish within you. Okay, and then really support that part of you. Get clear. You may want to ask what that part needs to feel safe. That would be the third thing that I would suggest you do, because often those parts, when you tune into them, we ignore them. We know they're there, but we kind of stuff them down and we don't acknowledge them clearly, so we can't get any of the wisdom from them. We just know they're there freaking us out in the background. Bring it to the surface. What do you need to feel safe? What do you need to go into this feeling more empowered? Okay, and hear what comes, because I guarantee you it will support you through the day to remember those one or two things and tune into them. Because when you walk into that and you feel supported by yourself, your inner parts feel supported by you, it will be a very different situation to go to that gathering from that perspective. Okay, so what's going on? Just hear it. How are you serving me? And what can I do to support you to feel more safe or empowered? Okay, so once that's sitting there, feel a little clearer. You'll feel stronger around what you're moving into in the situation. And then last piece for today, we could do the piece about I want to finish the parts work, but we could also talk to them about getting clear on their intention. So if we have time, remind me that we might want to talk about the far-reaching, why you even said yes to this event, because there's a reason that you said yes to go into this. Okay, so the last piece in the parts work is, I want you to tune in, just take a few breaths, relax. You'll be able to, now those parts have felt fully heard. And from that deeper place, ask for a part of you that can rise with wisdom, with compassion, with strength, with love. It'll be a higher version of yourself often, or a deeper version of yourself, and it can respond to all those parts. It will have heard what's going on, and it can bring you a higher perspective to step into. And this is the part that you just, at the moment, just meet it and get to know it, feel it. But it's the part that you want to continue to breathe into during the experience, the gathering, the occasion, the day, whatever it is.
You can call on it at any point and it will be there. You
can invoke it and let it rise within you. Just bring it to mind, breathe as you do it, and notice where you feel it in your body. When you're doing it beforehand, notice where you feel this part rise and expand from in your body. Breathe into that part of your body. Allow it to rise. You might, if you've got time, allow it just to speak. Just write whatever it wants to say, because it often says really profound things. They will be supportive, they will be loving, they will remind you of your values and your ideals. They'll remind you that what you're doing is right for your family. You know, she will be strong and supportive. And she's the part that when you feel a bit stressed or you feel like you're being judged or criticized in those events or those days where you're with mixed people, then she is the one to breathe into, come back to that place in your body, even touch that place on your body. Breathe and allow her to come back and just soothe the parts of you that are scared, that are fearful, that are worried you're going to be judged, or that are angry and pissed off that you're being judged or feeling like you're under the microscope. Any and all of those. That will support you to feel solid within, okay? And your energy will transmit to your children, okay? So then,
it will also affect the other people and how they relate with you.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. It will allow you to come in grounded instead of just coming in with this general anxiety and fear and, oh, God, it's going to be crap and they're going to start in on this and they're going to talk about that, and freaking out that your kids are going to do something that bring it all up in conversation. That you can let go of that when you've done this process. Okay, so that's why this process is powerful. And you relate to your children from that part that you're calling in, that part that you really want to consciously bring. She's a beautiful part to relate to your children from. She will provide them with safety and comfort and joy and love. Okay, I have done this many times over the years in mixed gatherings. I parent completely differently to my entire family, like way left of field. Big time. And when my children were very little, I found it stressful to go to these occasions. And one year it was just kind of a bit crappy and I didn't really want to be there. I actually hung out at the kids' table. I just spent my whole time at the kids' table to be supportive of my kids. But I had so much fun with the kids, and it was interesting. All the adults were like, you are such an amazing mother. How do you just hang out all the time? It was a really interesting experience, but I promise you, you can bring what's really important to you into that experience. For me, it was important that my children feel joy on the day, that they feel comfortable, that they felt play and fun, that they were interacting with their cousins. So I focused on that. I brought in the part that was going to support me, and I focused on why I was really there.
And so that's the intention piece.
That's the intention piece, yeah. Why am I putting myself through this? Because family is important to me, because I want my children to know their extended family and have a sense of that, because I want them to be able to interact with their cousins and play. And I kept that intention front and center. So as the years have passed, I've gained more and more and more confidence now. No one questions me on my parenting anymore. It's a different sort of vibe, but I still bring these parts up when I'm in extended family, because I still parent completely differently. I live my life completely differently from the rest of my family. So I still do this process, even a decade on.
And another great thing to remember with this process is when you've done that journaling that Lisa mentioned at the beginning, around connecting with those parts of you that are freaking out or are feeling lots of different things, it means you're now in conscious, aware relationship with those parts. So, because it is likely that in the gatherings and in the moment, they will still come up. Even though you've connected to this wise, higher part of you, and even though you're connecting with your intention, these parts can still come up and they can still kind of freak you out. So because you're aware of them now and you're in relationship with them, you can just check in with them. Like, yeah, that's right. You're here again. It's okay. I've got this. I'm here with you. You can give yourself empathy. You can give yourself love and help yourself to calm down and help yourself to come back into your power.
Same way you would actually parent your child who was stressed or anxious or worried in a situation. It's actually no different. So comment. I know that there are people here this morning because I can see you. If you want to leave a comment now on reflecting on that, was there something helpful in that? Do you have a question? Anything you want to share? If you comment, you're going to go into the draw that we're drawing tomorrow. You can see the description for the prize in the description above in the video. And if this is inspiring, if you want to explore how to step into a more empowered version of yourself as a woman and a mother, if you want to really dive deep into how to connect to that divine part of yourself, that inner wisdom, that higher version, and bring that into your life in a really real way.
And do the healing around all those other parts.
Reparent those other parts. Then you are in the right place, because that is what Kara and I do all the time with clients. And we have opened up spaces in our calendar for you to connect with us. They're gifted sessions at the moment. You can see the booking link in the description above as well. And we would love to connect with you and actually support you personally instead of just generically teaching you a concept. So that's it for today. Thank you so much.
Have a wonderful day.